Hey there everyone, it's CanDV here and welcome to another Pokemon Sun and Moon video. Now before I start the video, I'm going to be telling you how I'm going to be doing these videos from now on. Up until now, I've usually made a video within the first few hours of news coming out, but I don't really want to do this anymore for a couple of reasons. Firstly, with leaks, sometimes a video I make can become outdated within a few hours. The Zygarde footage that was leaked a week or two ago, I made a video on that as it came out. But a few hours after I uploaded that video, official trailers were released, making that video outdated. And when I'm making an edited video within an hour or two, it's not exactly going to be well scripted or presented, so I've decided that I'm going to take a little longer to cover each bit of news so that I can try and make a video that I'm actually happy with. Instead of a quick little video showing my thoughts, I'm going to try and do a more in-depth video that I'm just overall more happy to put out. But hey, with that out of the way, you may be wondering what there is to talk about. Well, we all know that there was supposed to be Pokemon Sun and Moon news on July 1st, but on the 30th of June, a few short clips were leaked, showing 7 new Pokemon. This prompted the Japanese Pokemon YouTube channel to release a full trailer earlier than expected. Everywhere else, the trailer was released on July 1st as expected, but it didn't really add too much. So, what exactly was revealed? Let's take a look. First up here we have Tapu Koko, which you may remember was actually hinted at back at E3. Said to be the guardian of Mele Mele Island, Tapu Koko is an electric fairy type. It is the land spirit Pokemon. It has a new ability called Electric Maker, which activates electric terrain whenever the Pokemon is sent out. The name Tapu Koko could be based on the Hawaiian word tapu for holy, and koko, which is a word for the sound that chickens make. It was rumored that Tapu Koko would be a legendary Pokemon, and it seems to be true, I think. To be fair, this Pokemon hasn't actually been confirmed as legendary yet. Somehow I find it a little bit odd that they're releasing information on another new legendary Pokemon this early on, but maybe it really is one? We'll see. It's interesting that in this trailer, Tapu Koko seems to be under the ownership of Hala, so perhaps Hala plays a larger role in the story than we may have originally thought. Tapu Koko's design when in its shell is meant to resemble that of the top of a totem pole. As it's pretty much confirmed that this is the guardian of the first of the 4 islands, this begs the question, what about the other 3 islands? Tapu Koko is meant to represent the first island Mele Mele, which is Hawaiian for yellow. It has a yellow color scheme and is electric type. Having ties to the Generation 1 games, it's speculated that all 4 of the islands will represent one of those games. Red, green, blue, and yellow. We already know that each island has its own guardian, and now we know what kind of Pokemon Tapu Koko is. And there's a good chance that there could be 3 other Pokemon that are similar to Tapu Koko for these 3 other islands. And to match up, they could represent the color schemes of the Generation 1 games, and typings too. The guardians for the other 3 islands could end up being Water Fairy, Fire Fairy, and Grass Fairy, and look very similar to Tapu Koko. This is just a brief summary of it though. If you want more information, then you should watch the Pokemon Sun and Moon podcast that I'm a part of, where we discuss this in much more detail. And next we have what is the evolution to Grubbin. This new Pokemon is called Charjabug and is a bug electric type. It is the battery Pokemon and has a new ability called Battery, which allows it to raise the power of allies' special moves. It's also a perfect rectangle!
Look what I've got! Rectangles!
Charjabug's name is a combination of the word charger and bug. Its design is meant to look like a cross between a cocoon and a battery. Pokemon number 3 is Vikafall, which is also a bug electric type. It is the stag beetle Pokemon and has the ability Levitate. It's so cool! This buggy is definitely up there with the likes of Sizzle and Yanmega in terms of coolness. When I first saw Little Grubbin, I wasn't really sure what to expect, but I love this design. It is based on a stag beetle, which isn't the first time we've had a Pokemon based on a stag beetle, but it looks cool. Next is Jamba. Jamba is a normal dragon type. It is the placid Pokemon with a new ability named Berserk. This ability raises a Pokemon's special attack when its HP goes below half. Its name appears to be a combination of the words dragon and grandpa. Its design seems to be based on that of a traditional Chinese dragon. I honestly don't really know what to think of Jamba. Its design is different to say the least, but I'm interested to see where they'll go with it. I've seen some people speculate that this is an evolution to an already existing Pokemon, Dunsparce, because of the similar color scheme and the fact that it's a partial normal type. While probably unlikely, I can still see the similarities, so you never know. We've had much more drastic evolutions in the past, so anything's possible. The next Pokemon we're going to talk about is Bruxish. Bruxish is a water psychic type. It is the Gnash Teeth Pokemon and has the abilities Strong Jaw and Dazzle. Dazzle is a new ability which prevents moves with increased priority from hitting. The name Bruxish is a combination of bruxism, which is a term used for the grinding of teeth. I mean, just look at this thing's mouth, and fish. It's likely based on either a filefish or a reef tigerfish. I've gotta say, I love the combination of colors going on in this Pokemon, but I still don't really know how I feel about its face. And next up is Cutie Fly, aka the softest, squishiest bug ever, and I want to keep it protected and love it forever. Sorry. Cutie Fly is the first bug fairy type. They really do seem to be going all out on introducing unique types, huh? It is the bee fly Pokemon and has the abilities Honey Gather and Shield Dust. And its name? Do I even have to explain it? It's a combination of the words cutie and fly. Because it's so cute! Cutie Fly seems to be based on the bee fly, which is an insect that I didn't even know about until recently. Bee flies are a family of flies that aren't very well known, but they're so warm and fuzzy and parasitic? No! I worry that this one factor may mean that Cutie Fly will be a little more sinister once it evolves. But until we find out whether or not it actually evolves, I'm just gonna sit here and appreciate its cuteness. And the last Pokemon to be revealed would be Toga Tomorrow. Yes, that is its English name. What a mouthful. Toga Tomorrow comes from the Japanese words toge meaning thorn or spine and maru meaning round. It could also literally be from Toge de Maru, meaning thorned and round. It is likely based on Japan's Ryukyu spiny rat. Toge de Maru is an electric steel type Pokemon and appears to be Alola's Pikachu lookalike. It is the roly-poly Pokemon and has the abilities Iron Barbs and Lightning Rod. Each Pikachu lookalike usually represents its generation pretty well, so it'll be interesting to find out what exactly Toge de Maru represents. And yesterday we also got the official names of these two. Let's kindly welcome Rockruff and Komala. But now that I've gone over the new Pokemon and told you all about them, I guess it's time for my opinion. Well, let's do a quick top 7 of the new Pokemon, in my opinion. Number 7 is Bruxish. Number 6 is Jamba. Number 5 is Tapu Koko. Number 4 is Charjabug. Number 3 is Toga Tomorrow. Number 2 is Vikavolt. And number 1 is Cutie Fly. But that's just about it for today's video. Let me know what you think of this new style of news coverage. If you know my channel schedule, then you may have been expecting a trivia video today, but the next trivia video I have planned is going to take a lot of work, so I hope the excitement of these new games will be able to tide you over for a little longer. But don't worry, because I'm not going to make you wait until next Saturday. I hope. Just keep your eyes peeled for sometime next week. But if you can't wait until then, check out some of my other videos. There's my video covering 10 of the strangest things in Pokemon, or my other video detailing 10 Pokemon card errors and mistakes. But anyway, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye!